Luel.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Luel Fantroy. I'm back at it with another session with my sister, my homie, Presh. Let's get it. But y'all, I'm excited to have this guest. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be chilling. A good vibe. And like I said, I just want to let y'all know I made this Highlighting Hues podcast selfishly for me and my kids. And also other people going to be able to eat from it and to glean from it, hear black and brown entrepreneurs, thought leaders, artists, creatives, content creators from the perspectives so we can talk about their stories, our ideas, and also our processes. I want my kids to see black and brown humans highlighted in a beautiful way, that we are intelligent, that we are bright, we are resilient, we are powerful. Though historically and even presently, we're not seen in that light. And sometimes we do that to ourselves, but we know the outside society does it as well. But that being said, I'm going to do my part and be that solution by highlighting this wonderful, beautiful human, Presh. Man, she's an entrepreneur. She's a creative. She's a innovative thought leader. She's different in a good, wonderful way. That's why we connect so well. And we met back in, man, I don't know. I want to say 2017. It was a pop-up. And It was, what was the name of that pop-up? What was it called? The 525?
Yep, 525.
525 pop-up shop. You and your fiance was there. Y'all had y'all booth set up. And, man, I was like, cool. It ain't too many black folks up in this pop-up shop. I'm definitely got my eyes gleamed on this way. Y'all had stuff y'all selling. Anyway, we connected. Fast forward, we done did a lot of stuff together. We didn't collab. First time we talked for over an hour. I don't know how long. We just connected. But anyway, I'm happy to have Precious. I'm not even going to I can't even do justice due of a proper introduction, but I'm going to let her talk about herself. And before that, though, thank you for being on this. And thank you for your time, your energy, for real. And thank you. Thank you for being here, for real.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Mm-hmm. This podcast is so dope. I've been watching what you've been doing with, help humans all day.
Repping. Yes.
It's inspiring. I mean, from entrepreneur to entrepreneur is definitely, it's inspiring. So you asked me to describe myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about me, I think about like levitation and how it's my frequency. I am a mom, I love my kid, motivator, car junkie all day.
I like that.
And, I feel like, I'm definitely different. I'm desirable. That's what I am. I'm desirable.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Definitely, for sure, levitate. I like how you explain that. You know what I mean? Because when we first connected, and I felt like, hey, going to that next level. I felt like a higher vibration, and I felt like you was looking and seeing and perceiving life and different stuff at a whole different frequency. And you made me not feel as other. You feel me? I was telling my wife, I said, man, connected with Presh, man, I feel like cool. There's other, world changers and different thinkers out there. So describe that.
Yeah.
Levitate.
I think it's important for creatives to understand that you can be other, and that comes from a level of like frequency of levitation. When you just on the same, wavelength as everybody else, like, your parents always say, if they jump off the roof, you gonna jump off the roof too. That's being on that same frequency of somebody else who's not, they probably at their cap. But as creators, I feel like we reach a cap and then we get over that cap and then there's another cap and you meet different people depending on what area you are in at that moment. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. As far as like, I'm always reaching, always.
Mm-hmm. You just see that it's levels to this. You know what I mean? You can tell, you can see that it's levels to this. Boom, boom, boom. It is. and it's fun. And I can tell that you are like, you can, I don't know, your inner creativity. You are a creative, but in order to be that at that inner creativity, you you got to be that childlikeness, and you got to be playful. You know what I mean? And I can see that in you. I can see it in your work, and you a brand owner. Let's talk about Mr.
Yeah.
OK's Essential, one of my favorite brands, and just a dope vibe. Just I like what you're doing over there. You're doing things different, and it's dope.
So, Mr. OK's Essential started because of our son, Onyx King. We call him Mr. OK. And the reason why it started was because at that time in my life, candles, body care, it was something that I wanted. I had it all the time, and I wasn't really paying attention to what was in it. Um, when I was having Onyx as a new mom, you're searching about plug covers and cribs and
Safety.
cute little towels and stuff. Safety, yeah. Your mind is wrapped around that, but your mind is never wrapped around exactly what's going on in the house. And after having Onyx and realizing like, yo, what is actually in this candle? What are we actually putting on our bodies? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Um I really honed into it, really started doing research, really realized that a lot of the candles that we are burning are by petroleum based. They have soot.
Wow.
Some candles actually have aluminum in the inside, which prematurely introduces your body to Alzheimer's and dementia. That's stuff that they don't tell us because you're just thinking like, oh, it's a candle. Like, what is a candle gonna do? A candle can do a lot of stuff if you're not really, up on what you burning in your house. It's like it's bad energy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So definitely took it upon ourselves to just create something good vibes. We always tell people enjoy the vibes because what I'm pouring into the candle, I want to make sure it's nothing but good. I want you to take it home and feel like you relaxed. I want you to take it home or give it to somebody else and gift it and know that the energy is A1. Yeah, so that's how Mr. OK's started.
That's
We
fire.
provide, it's good vibes all day.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it's definitely a good vibe. And how you brought my attention to how, how you describe candles. We take it for granted on the effects of it, or the negative or the positive, and how you use candles as a medium to set and to serve humanity and to set good vibes and to set a atmosphere. I use candle right now, just smelling good up in my, you know what I mean? Just that Belvedere just smelling bomb up in this place. And we like it. We love it. My wife and I, we got it. People coming over, moms coming over, bam, light the candle and just set a good vibe. And we feel good about it because we know, like you said, it ain't full with the chemicals. The scent just hits you subtly and just naturally. It's beautiful. We know a lot of work in little detail, a lot of detail, attention to detail. The little small things go into it, and that's what happens with. You just said it, the key word. We just created something. I like that. I like how you just kept it just casual. That phrase, we just created something. I like that. That's what creators do. We create something. We see a problem, we create a solution.
Solutions all day. Solutions all day. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, as a creator, solutions, and it's not. I feel like it's two ways. It's two ways of that because you can create a solution, and it could be visually not pleasing,
Mm.
or you can create a solution and people are like, "Yo, visually that looks dope," and they don't even now the solution, whatever the solution was, it don't even really matter because it looked dope.
That's facts. It's facts. And I'm gonna speak more on that because you just sparked something. You just triggered me because that's what Steve Jobs did. You know what I mean? You know me. I'm always going back to these.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like that's what he did. He's like the iPhone when it first came out. It was doing less. It was the first, fully multi-touch screen, and it was just the first considered smartphone. But it lacked a lot of things that the current phones, even the old dumb phones, couldn't do. But what he did is concentrated on the visual experience, right? The
yeah.
beautiful, the UI, the user interface. He wanted the experience for people to feel something, that vibe. You can have a lot of function, but if the form is whack, then it can distract you from that function. But beauty does a lot, and that's what he used for a lot of his technology. Is like, let me attract the world to it. And I liked how you described that, because that's that genius thinking.
I mean, creative genius. I would say, like, when we first started the packaging, it was just super. The words were across the packaging. It was just like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
across just like that, and it was dope because visually, you saw the brand,
Yeah.
you seen it. But as we grew, I was telling Devon, my business partner, I'm like, yo, we need something where babies will even know what it is.
Wow. See,
A
that's what
baby
I'm
will
saying.
see it and will be like, I know that brand. We need it to be so simple as enough color where people will look at it and it's just black and white.
Yeah.
It's there, it's in your face, it's black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went and we did the new I don't even have one by me. The new candle with the logo, it was
Yeah.
it felt beautiful.
And simple, and yeah, it definitely simple, like you said. Like, I like that black and white, and that's what I'm in on a quest. Even when it comes to just like white. My son, he always say, Dad, why you always filter your videos in black and white sometimes? And I go, I don't know, it's just a dope vibe. It's simple and it's classy. And we see a lot of color nowadays anyway. And I love color. Like, I'm a Laffy Taffy dude. Like, I used to have a whole bunch of Gap Laffy Taffy button up t-shirts back in the day. Anyway, but black and white is clean. I like that. And that's what I love about your aesthetics, though. It was black, white, and that candle, the wax coming through the label, the white thickness, and the label, just smooth, flat of it. It just makes you want to eat it. You feel me? Like my kids always say, that makes me hungry.
You know what black and white does for you? It's an honesty factor in there. Because just like you said, it's like you love color, but there are so many misinterpretations with color. Where it's like it's either black or it's white. It's either true or it's false.
Yeah.
It's either here or it's there. Like,
I like that.
It struck. Yeah,
So-
when you said that, it just like it sparked something real quick.
That's dope. It is honesty, because it's a place for like, all right, enough. Let's quit dealing with the shades right now. Let's keep it 100 right here. We need to see this. And sometimes when we present ourselves in that way, it's good as well. I like that. Never looked at it. But yeah, so at the same time, we kind of got into like your business and your brand and all that type of stuff. But I just want to talk about like what is your background? How did you get to like why do they call you Pat and Bae Presh? Like, where you get that name from? Like, you know what I mean? Let's dig deep into that. What's up?
So Pat and Bae Presh came from my previous career at Nike, doing design. And while I was there, I was able to actually get 9 patents, which was pretty dope. Yeah, patents are interesting.
Dang. So you got to tell us about that process if you can, or just.
Yeah,
So you got 9. So you 9 patents. Dang.
9 patents. It's interesting. I mean, growing up as a creator, going to school as a creator, doing nothing but creative things, and then starting my first career at Nike, something that I really wanted to do as a kid. Finally getting there, and when I got there, which is kind of like, I wasn't expecting to get to Nike until I was about 30, and I got there at 21.
Wow.
So 9 years in advance of getting there to be a designer, learning from all of these other amazing creatives. And while doing that, just coming up, we talk about the process of like innovation and the process of being a creator, finding a solution for something. And that's what it was. I got into kids' footwear, and by being a mom, it was so many things that I was like, why haven't we thought of this before? This is so simple, but it's different when you have like a lot of men designing footwear versus women designing footwear, and a woman is the one who's going in. The woman was the one who had to carry the baby. The one was the one who's
There
doing
you
a
go.
lot of the stuff. Not saying that the man doesn't do it, but I feel like the woman is always more in tune with the child. And when you are, you start to be like, well, why can't we just have this, or why can't we just have that? And I started implementing all of those ideas into the designs, and then left and right patents were coming. So it was interesting that I was just taking a simple problem that people were having at home, something that I was going through at home, and just changing it up, giving it something fresh.
So that's how the patents came. You know what I heard in that? The whole thing that you were saying. The more questions you asked, the more patents was created. That's powerful.
Yeah.
And patents, what do patents represent? You know what I mean? Let's talk about that.
I mean, honestly, I just feel like they represent an idea that no one can take or make money off of. That's how I always view them. Like, this is mine. You can't steal it because you might be able to profit over it and not. If you want to, you can buy it from me.
Yeah.
It's a coin collector. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We got ideas every day.
Yep. And you know, also know what it is? It's a emblematic form of something that was not there at first. You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty powerful because you came in asking questions, meaning you was looking into you was looking what's not there. Most people are looking what's there. You see what I'm saying? I call it the negative space. You feel me? Like, it's what's not said. It's what's not seen that we need to be looking. You feel me? So that's what makes us different. Like, if you look at a sonar, like a sonar already, what makes the picture of where they're going, it's what's not there. You know what I mean? And they able to see the rock in front of them 2 miles ahead and stuff like that. And that's what makes an image. And I think that's just an introverted way to think. And I think that's genius thinking. And you came in and you saw, hey, you channeled your own like concerns, your own like problems at home, and out of the house, you brought it to the corporation and you created patents asking questions that nobody was asking. I think that's dope. And that's why I wanted to go into that deep. That's called the chain of thoughts. And you was able to connect the dots. You was able to connect the dots out of the context it was in. That's called genius thinking. I just like to break that down for you. I like talking to other geniuses. When I first met you, I say how you thought. I said, of course. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because when another creative genius meets another creative genius, you leave the conversation so energized, and you're like, everything we spoke about, now I gotta go do it. Everything we said that we was gonna do, because you know there's a check-in. You always gonna be like, so yeah, you remember when we talked about A, B, C, and D? Where you at?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay, so what we doing? We not playing chess. We're not even playing chess over here. We playing Sudoku.
Wow.
Because it's like, it's calculated, but it's not calculated. You know what you want, it comes, and you like, you know what? But actually, I'm just gonna move this over here a little bit. It make it completely different than what we thought anyone thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Going back to Steve Jobs.
Yep.
When he put music inside of the phone.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, I don't even have to ask you who you is. It just show up maybe. Maybe. So it's taking a problem that somebody had. I don't even have to ask you who this is. I still will, even though it say maybe. But who is this? Solutions all day, man. Solutions. I'm telling you.
That's what creates the new world. We are living in somebody else's solutions. We're living in somebody else's reality, and I think that's how I look at it. I look at it. We are like the chair we sitting in, the clothes we have, to the rooms, the aesthetics is somebody else's idea, somebody else's creation, and I'm so like juiced by that. And since I was a kid, and I was like, why can't nobody sit in my reality, my universe? That's why I say from my universe to yours. And Steve Jobs thought like that too, and he was like, man, we just come into this world, told what to do and what not to do, and not question what's already there. And the people that you see in the cool things we admire The people who created them are no smarter than you. Why not you push and press and do that? And I love how you was driven by curiosity. I'm finding other creatives are driven by curiosity. Those patents came with curiosity and questions and all that type of stuff. What ifs? And how you saying we playing Sudoku? You just went past checkers, went past chess, which I still don't know how to play, and you went Sudoku, which I'm very unfamiliar with. So it's levels to this, girl. I know what you talk, but so you went past that. So it is, and you were saying it's not even calculations, but it is. And what it is still that curiosity piece. It is calculations, but it's not, but it is. The reason why is that like question is because we're curious. Make a move. We look at the data. What's seen? Okay, we see 4 steps ahead if we want. And we play around over here, make a move, and we just play like kids. I like that anyway.
That's how you supposed to. That's how you stay, what they say, nimble out here in these streets. That's how you able to flex and be like, okay, well, if this didn't work out, I know I can go and do this, and I'll be good.
Let's talk about the Creator Series vibe. Speaking of that, because
Okay,
I thought that was pretty fire. Like that was a vibe. I walked into that place and felt something like, dang, okay, we can do this. So you created an atmosphere, you created a vibe, you created an event with Mr. OK's Essential. First thing, you never done this before with this brand. Tell us, walk us through that.
So I would say that something needed to be done. We had product management gangsters, PMG, D, my homegirl. We were sitting on the couch and I was telling her, I said, y'all want to do an activation? And she's like, okay, what you want to do? I'm like, I don't know, but it can't be like anything else that we've done or we've seen candle companies do. Like, I want to do something different. I want to create a vibe. And she was like, okay. 3 months passed by. She calls me. She's like, hey, P, I got this idea. And I said, okay. She was like, Portland got this welcome dome coming. And they want to do this thing with BIPOC entrepreneurs. I think it'll be dope. So I said, okay, sign me up. Had no clue what this dome looked like. I said, sign me up. The numbers had an event. I would say it was a week before ours. They had an event. I went and I looked in it and I was like, okay, all right. Asked what I could move. I said, can I have everything out? They were like, yeah. I said, okay, I don't want nothing in here. Came back to the crib and I told Bricky, I said, we going to Home Depot. I'm about to go pick up some slabs and we gonna make some tables. So, okay. Came back, we drew these tables together. In my mind, what I wanted to create a bar. But not like a bar that you go when you're getting drinks and stuff like that. I wanted to create this atmosphere when you walked in, you didn't question why there were no stools. You didn't question why some of the materials that you needed were turned another way. You didn't question. You just kind of went in and you went off smell. You went off like memories. You went off things that felt familiar. And then something happened which would basically shift you to go in a direction where you didn't think you were going to be there. And I think that happened when people started smelling these scents, because they would be like, I love empathy, so I know I'm going to go make an empathy candle. And I would say, well, why would you do that? You have 5 empathy candles. Do you know anything about Daddy Harvest? Have you smelled Orange Moon? Do you know Levitate? And they like, wait, what? And then you have the people who came and they were like, I'm going to mix 7 scents together and see what happens. Do it. Like,
That's
I wanted
fire.
people to have fun. I wanted them to come in and feel like everybody's face was different when they walked in. Like, I didn't even know you could do something like this. I didn't know either until it happened. How did you get everything? Like, one person said it reminded them of being in an Apple store, because literally you was just walking around. No one asked for a seat.
And I want to say that too. I felt like, walking to an Apple event. It was like something Apple put on, because Apple's always thinking different from everything from the aesthetics. And when you said that I didn't want nobody to question why is it no stools? You know what? That you said that's pretty powerful. That really worked out. It was so intuitive. And it was like magic where, cool, this is where we're supposed to be. That's good design. By the way, that's one of the definitions of beauty. It's not the outward appearance also. It's also how things work. But anyway, that was beautiful design. Also, it wasn't until you took the veil off of my eyes, off of our eyes, when you said, you notice there's no seating. And then I went, oh, that's true. There's no seating. That's the magic. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the dope vibe. That's that. I want creators to hear this energy, hear this vibe, hear what we talking about, because that's how it is. That's that magic. We are powerful beings that we can do that. Like you went boom. You go to an Apple event, you go to a specific event that's a highly quality company. They veil their stuff they about to reveal over a black sheet or something like that. Then they say boom. And I think that you just pulled that off, that trick. And everything you describe and what you wanted, your intentions, is exactly how it went. And I felt the vibe. It was fire.
I mean, even down to the point where we had those paper bags. You felt like a maker. It was because the paper bag your candle could have fell out. That's not my problem. I done gave it to you now.
Yeah.
But the thought process of opening up this lunch bag, putting your candle in that you just made with your vibes, and walking out, I was like, it feels so much more like, it feels authentic to the person.
Yeah.
It's not PE. It's not, something that somebody else done did. It's a paper bag. It's yours. You did it. You completed the Maker Series.
Yes. And I love how the materials that you used, the labels and everything is branded clean, but it's also clean, but it's also like behind the scene. Like, like the shout out to, your hubby, Bricky, for, he put those things together, right? He, what do you call those?
Tables.
Tables. The tables. Those are fire. I like the aesthetics of them. As soon as I walked in, I said, whoa, this is perfect for this place as well. It's space saving. It's just, it almost looked like they're there, but then they're not there. You forget about they're there when you over there. You know what I mean? Anyway, we just nerding out right now on aesthetics and architecture.
Can we talk about the process though?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I feel like that's where Mr. OK's Essentials is going now. We look at brands right now and everything is so beautiful. Everything's picture perfect. There's no smudges. No, everything is just so eye appealing that I feel like we forget what it takes to get there. All of the mess ups, all of the bad days, the happy days, the headaches, it didn't cure right, or why does it look like this? What's going on with the oil? And I told Devon, I said, look, I want our Instagram page to be messy. I don't want the pretty pictures. And then you start thinking about investors. Well, investors want to see pretty stuff. Well, investors want the same shit that they wanted 10 years ago.
That's facts. Come on.
So it's like, okay, so why can't I be different? Why can't this brand be different? And just show like process. Show that we're human. We're human out here.
There you go.
And we make mistakes and things are different, because I feel like then that's how you get brand loyalty. Because people know what you're about. They know you're not out here trying to be fake. They know you're not out here just doing it for the clout. It's like, nah, we human. We make mistakes. These are our products. This is what they look like.
Yeah.
They pure.
Yep. Handmade. I love that. You rehumanizing the process. I believe in that. I believe in rehumanizing everything. And I think we went to the so clean, untouchable, you know what I mean? Social media capitalized off that. The algorithm made it for that because if you think about the algorithm, it actually suggests how we should taste. It's how we should perceive, how we should think what is good, our standards. I'm tired of that. Me and the algorithm always had beef. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's a whole different, I'm talking about social media, but it does change our perception, and we have seen so much clean, perfect, cool. But you know what's the trend? What you catching? Authenticity. I'm saying it all. But genuine, keeping it 100 is real, is what is that's what we come to, is humanizing, like, man, connecting. But I like that.
Yep.
People want to see that. They don't want to see these high quality 4K all the time. You know what I mean? They want to see you whip out the iPhone. Like, yo, matter of fact, we own it. I never got a chance to tell you about your advertisement for the series. Like those quick little, hey y'all, we about to do this. I think those are fire underestimated. I said, this is dope. I like this. This is clean. It's quick little flash, boom, 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 boom. And it's that rough, still that smooth. Like, yeah, I never got the chance to tell you that. That was fire.
Yeah, with that, I remember sitting there like, I hate content creating. I hate it. It's not me. I would just rather create the product.
Mm-hmm.
But Devon keeps telling me, people need to see your face. People need to know who you are. And I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, what? How can people know who I am as a person, get my personality, as well as understand the brand and make it artsy all at once? That's why everything's so like, because I feel like I'm a very...
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm not going to say anything for a while. And that's how our Instagram is. You'll get consistent posts from me and then I'll go ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll come back and be like, hey, y'all, what's up? Mm-hmm. It's me.
I like that, though. That's fire. That's you. And I think that's pretty dope. But no, I do believe that. I do believe that connection. I was actually about to say, people need to see your face again. We was in a group chat or something like that, and we was about to talk about, we was going over the videos, whatever, and it was like, y'all was talking about the next one. I was about to say, but I was like, nah, let me stay out of it. But I was going to say, man, do another one of those things. People want to see your face. And personal brand, it's the best way to build a brand, and you ain't got to be rah-rah in front of the camera, though. Your personal brand can be in a form of writing, form of short clips, form of you narrating your process, Candle, of you just voicing over. You ain't got to even be up in the camera. There's many forms of like being a personal brand, but still being presence without always having to be, because everybody ain't always up in the mood to be in front of the camera. Even me, like I'll be on it, but I don't create a whole bunch of raw reels and raw videos talking all the time. I go through a streak of that, but then I'm behind the scenes doing other stuff. But yeah, no, I like that. I like that because Mr. OK Essential, yeah, to me, it's already growing because your personality is starting to just be all up in it, and I feel it, and I think that's dope. And I like that. I like that style. I was like, dang, she went and edited, chopped it up real quick. I was like, oh, she can do this. And content creation is, it's better when you have strategy. It's easier when you have a strategy. But I'm like creating content, and I'm kind of done of that. That's why I'm no longer. I'm creating a space, Help Humans Network. You were saying it earlier. Hey, creators can push each other forward, right? And that's what the creative community is gonna do. But anyway, I ain't gonna plug that yet. But go ahead, talk about that. How you feel about that though? Like editing, anyway. Like
I'll tell you the whole creator series I did on Instagram. I just edited on Instagram, like, because we spoke about some programs, and I was like, it would get to a point I would like this. I would cut it all in reels, just slicing, cut, slice, cut, put it together, find a song, be like, okay, this is where it's at. But for me, I know that's where we are going, especially as a creative society. Yeah. Everything is so UI, everything is so interface. But I feel like we gonna lose the sensation of just like being one, like being in a space and being able to touch stuff. It's gonna feel like Wall-E in a minute if you think about it. People just sitting down and like, it's like, what does it feel like? What do you actually look like? Yeah. Where's your emotion in it? So I think while we still have the time to do what we doing, I'm just gonna do it. Like,
yeah. No, I feel it. I feel it. No, like what we seeing right now in the shift of technology is human interaction evolution, where you see a new introduction of technology and we overextend, we excessively partake of those new things. Then we see the symptoms, the negative side. we see the positive sides of technology breakthrough, but then we see the negative sides. Then that's when we do a counter reaction to that. But what I look at it as both and, in a way of like, it's creating those physical and personal experiences even more like vibrant and more appreciated. Then you can create a secondary experiences online, which is finding to be more effective. And people are being more influenced and changed and persuaded on online content for the negative, and for the not online content, online communities, for the negative or positive. But that being said, is that we humans have evolved to receiving and to connecting and only trusting somebody we see online first before we even see them in person.
Which is crazy to me. Like, it definitely blows my mind. I know that over the pandemic, even before the pandemic started, it was this one particular chick that I started following, Super Scent, right now. She started a crayon case, which is like this makeup business. And she had a following before. She was just funny. Like, she was real. She was funny. She would just post random stuff, like walking down the street, going to get some food. She just posted. So she had people's attention. But when she launched her brand, she became like a millionaire in months. It was the craziest thing. But what I respected about her was she still brought everyone along with her financial journey too. She talked about she didn't understand credit. She didn't understand what it meant to buy something and actually, hold the value of it. She made sure everybody was taken care of. Everybody who was in her circle was taken care of. Then I remember her posting a video saying, "Don't ever say I never took care of you." So it's an interesting like evolution of watching somebody who not really doing brand creation, not content creating, just having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You being a part of their lives, trusting their makeup line to a point where you like, I don't even wear makeup. Fuck it, I'm gonna buy it anyway to support. Yep. And then seeing her out and being like, whoa, so should I say something or should I? We did have a conversation, but do I go up and say this is me from IG, or like how does it's a weird interaction.
Interesting, yeah.
I don't know.
I like how you talk about this though. This is like, it is different, and we gonna have to go like, our kids is go get it a little better than us. You know what I mean? But it's new for us, that combination. Cause I feel so like, man, I feel so connected to this person. Like, I know this person, but I ain't could go. It's weird if I go up to that person like I know him, but they don't know me. And it's like, but it feel like weird because if I don't, no. Yeah, so much to say in that, but go ahead.
It's just like when you at work with somebody, right?
Yeah.
Y'all can walk past each other every day in the hallway, not say nothing, but be on IG, ha and kikiing and sending each other reels and talking about this, that, and the third. And then you see each other at work and you like,
it's awkward.
Hella awkward. But we got this whole relationship on IG. It's so weird. It's
That's
the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because it's a different form of communication. Like, it is different form of communication. That's why you look at the whole catfish thing.
Yep.
I'll be watching that show.
Me too. I'm like, how do people not know what catfish is? Neve, you've been on here for like 20 years now. How do people not know?
Like the deal, Oh man, but no, that it is what it is a different interaction online. But then online, you obviously can hide, you can filter. We're so used to not showing, you know what I mean? So, but when you in person, it's like, because I still can be an introvert. Like, I'm an introvert, right? But online, most people don't think I'm an introvert. Most creatives, especially YouTubers, most YouTubers and creatives, they be on the camera like this, hey, but then you see them in person. Me, I'm outgoing too, but then I can also just be like zoom and be like, act a little awkward sometimes because I'm just ain't got nothing to say, or I can small talk sometimes, but you know what I mean though. But
I think that's creative period, because I'm super introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Super just like I got my peoples, they my peoples. If I'm just like I don't have anything to say. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have a child, your child makes you not so much introvert because now they over here talking to a stranger and your stranger is like, oh hey, you like, oh hey, this is one, yeah, it's mine. No,
Mm-hmm.
don't say yeah, it's yeah.
It's different, but no, but that's why I believe in like, man, both and like, how can you create an online connection with your audience? But if we rewind from an entrepreneur point, she was the lady who blew up was branding. She what
The whole
everybody is a brand. Everybody now, like, we've been a brand before social media. We was branding ourselves. Our moms made sure we didn't go outside with crusty knees and crust all that type of stuff. We came outside our best, right?
yeah, yeah. I think it's important though, because I mean, being a parent now, I think about all that stuff like you made sure that you were pressed. Your clothes was never dirty or wrinkled. It was your reputation.
Yep.
It was you branded your reputation. I just think now we've gotten to a point, especially in the creative world, where it's like I could post a picture and this is what you think I am, but then you see me out and I'm something completely different. So
Yeah.
I got like a bipolar reputation,
Yeah.
split personalities.
Mm-hmm. No, that see that I think that become a problem though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a
I think
huge problem. I think it's that same energy. You know what I mean? I think that's that. Yeah, you can put it on, but then all of a sudden you off. You know what I mean? You ain't the same person. Like, you know what I mean?
like wait, how you turn it off so quick?
Like, how you
Um,
turn it off so quick,
okay,
man.
it's like a okay, all right.
And that's the tough part. Like, one of the questions, we about to wrap it up, but one of the questions I did have is like how you continue to be yourself in a copycat society. You know what I mean? Which is very difficult.
I feel like I can continue to be myself because everybody else's opinion of me doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I feel like in the world that we live in, everybody else's opinion matters so much and
Mm-hmm.
how they view you and how you take that information and apply it to who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
With me, I don't care if you like me or not because I'm still going to do what I do. You liking me, you not liking me does not make me happy in the inside. It does not affect me. Um, the most important thing to me right now is myself, and that's making sure that mentally, physically, and emotionally that I'm good, so I can make sure that I'm good for my kid and my
Mm-hmm.
fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Those are most important to me. So that's how I can continue to be who I am because I have priorities.
I love that. You're a priority. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's what I actually grew. I used to care too much about what other people think, and I wanted to. I remember, and I grew out of that. I had no choice because when yeah. But anyway, yeah. And then when I started like looking at myself, like, hold on, the reason why I care about what others think because I'm living for others in every area of my life, and I didn't know I did. I was. Then when I started living for myself, my wife and I, we started living for ourselves first. Make sure we cool first. Then that began to like that yeah, like what you said, that process right there, like living for yourself. Then you become to be like other people opinion and what they, I don't care, like as long as this universe is cool, that's what matters. And I like you talking about mental health. You brought that up too. How's that important as a creative, real quick? I mean,
It's super important because I mean I always tell people yes is expensive. And yes has a lot to do with your mental health. You saying yes to doing A, B, C, and D when you should be doing stuff for yourself. You're not putting yourself first.
mm-hmm.
Practicing no. So that's big with me. No.
Mm.
What are you gonna do? You gonna get mad, upset? No. Like
Mm-hmm.
being an entrepreneur, you know,
Yeah.
there comes times where you're just like, why isn't this working?
Mm-hmm.
Why? And you have to remember that you got to take breaks. You got to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You got to just understand who you are and just create your boundaries.
That's
Create your
good.
balance.
I
So
like
yeah,
that.
mental health is big over here because it's like we talked about that. If I don't feel good, I don't pour.
Period.
If I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. That's negative energy. Why would I do that? Why would I give that to you? That's flaw. That's so flaw.
Yeah.
Hey, I got this great candle company. I felt like shit when I poured these candles. Here you go. Here go my bad energy. Where
See,
they do that at?
man. See that because you created that standard, that boundary right there. Automatically, you built in a dope process for you to make sure that your mental health and your health is important. That your house is important because, if you don't feel good, if you know what I mean, you don't pour, and if you don't pour, you don't get paid. You know what I mean? That's real. No, come on, let's be real. So, and it's like, what's so beautiful about that though? You built a safety measure to say, cool. That means if I want to get, I think everybody should take this and go like, man, our mental health and our health and valuing our vessel, you know what I mean, can literally should be a priority because it affect our work life, affect our creativity, affect our finances, affect every part of our life. If we can build boundaries and systems so we make sure that we are priority, because we know it, certain boundaries will push us to make sure that's a priority, especially when it affects our pocketbook and our future and our,
It's interesting that you say that. I was listening to a book and they talked about currency. And currency is, you think of currency, you think of two things. You think of water and you think of money. She said the body is 80% water, right? If you deplete yourself of the things that you need, you deplete yourself from getting the things that you want. I.e., if you're not drinking enough water, your currency is not going your currency is not going to be where it needs to be, because mentally you cannot focus on getting the currency that you need because you're depleted of the nutrition that you need. I was like,
power. That's powerful. Everything's energy. I like that. It's about managing those. Woo. That's powerful.
Everything.
Yeah. That's currency. And that's priority. That's why I said. That's why I said this. I had to do a self-disruption. We talk about the industry. We talk about innovation, right? I always talk about stuff like that, but I'm talking about how disruption, created evolution, progress, and innovation and dope technological breakthroughs. And I was like, why, as creatives and as humans, what can we self-disrupt in our lives that can create innovation for our health, for our mental, spiritual, physical health, you know what I mean? And that's what I chose, a 30-day detox of putting boundaries of my eating time and committed to a specific, exercise regimen that's simple, doable. And I call it the attainable minimum, meaning I do a minimum of jumping on a rebounder 30 minutes and minimum of 15 push-ups. That's all I got to do, minimum, right? And it's attainable and it's not also physical taxing. So what I do that from a mental point of view, to check off a box, because something about checking a box. But anyway, small stuff like that for my mental health so it can lead to other areas like Precious is saying. I want to talk about real quick, the close last question. If you were to describe the Precious you see that started this journey versus the Precious currently, what has changed or what's different, or will you compare the two, or
confidence has changed. When I first started this company, it was a let's see what happens. I wasn't really confident in it. People were buying all the time. Nothing was wrong with the product. It was just me personally not being confident in myself as a person who was providing these products for other people. I would say that my confidence rose in 2020, and then my confidence within the business, I wouldn't say it got out of control, but I would say I was like, at the end of 2021. And now I'm a lot more stronger mentally and physically. I can have conversations that I felt like I couldn't have before because I didn't feel like I was knowledgeable with it. by taking time for myself and taking classes, YouTube's, audio books, really diving deep into the business has definitely given me, it's made me feel like I'm actually invested in it and not just saying, yeah, I own a candle company. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm a vibe curator. I own a business that create vibes for you. We're more than a candle company. And that's what I tell people all the time. This is not just a candle company. This is home body care. We sell more than candles. We sell vibes. We sell relationships. We sell memories. We sell journeys. We sell more than just candles. Candles is just the byproduct that you take with you. It's something that you just take home with you. But when you come in and you experience what Mr. OK's Essential does, it's more than that. I'm trying to tell. Where you think the essentials come from? I keep trying to tell people it's more than candles. But yeah, it's the confidence piece.
I love
I'm
that.
way more confident. Way more.
That's fire. That's fire. You definitely, like, I see, fully, like, I'm in this and I see it, like, man, the bigger vision into, like, it definitely more than candles, just chopping it up with you about it and stuff like that. But I had to match the same thing, like, even though I didn't ask myself, but confidence from what, look at me trying to get myself in here. But no, it was confidence for me. I would say that if I would have asked myself.
No, but I see that. I see that from you. I remember the very first video that we did in 2018. And I remember you setting up, and it was just like, okay, all right. It was like little pep talks over here. And I was like, what is this dude doing? Like, I was like, Devon, is he? He's like, yeah, he cool. And then we got the video back, and I was like, this is dope. And then the time went, and I started seeing the stuff that you was putting out. And I hit Devon. I said, yo, we need to work. We need to work with Luo. We have to. And he's like, all right, we'll just hit him up. I'm like, okay, just all right, look. But now seeing you just like talking to the camera, doing podcasts, doing things with your boys, coming out, the way how you use the camera now, it's like an extension of you and not just an object that you're holding. I can definitely see the confidence. So it's like it's the glow up. It's the glow up for entrepreneurs.
Period.
Creative geniuses glowing up.
That's it. I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's good to hear. The outside in, but now from the outside. But now definitely that's what moved. That's our superpower, and I like that. And I see it's on and cracking now. Like the fact that your confidence on this level is on and cracking. You about to activate some genetic genes of our ancestors. That's about to just knock people socks off, though.
Black. Yeah, black.
Where people can find you?
Okay, so if you in Portland, right? Well, let's start with the U.S. If you in the United States of America, you can find us on IG at Mr. Mister OK's Essentials. Now, if you in Portland, you also can find us on our website too, MrOK'sEssentials.com. If you in Portland, you can find us at 1458 Northeast Alberta Street. 1458 Northeast Alberta Street. If you're looking for vibes.
Okay.
Go home. You're going to have to go home at a time. But if you're looking for something that's different, something you've never experienced before, come see us. We will welcome you with open arms and smells.
Come on. Dang, that sounds exciting. Look, it's only level up. I can tell from here. I'm excited what y'all doing and about to do. Oh man, this has been dope. But thank you again, though, for real, for being on this podcast. Absolutely, you know what I mean. I'm glad. Like I figured, man, it's an honor to have you. I talked about you on the podcast with Devon, you know, and how when we first met, I was like, oh, I said, me and Precious, we the same. Like, boom. Same energy, and Devon goes off and talk about, yeah, man, I just leave y'all. Just once y'all start talking, that's facts, and we just start having a creative session. But no, appreciate you. I'm glad that, man, we connected. We homies, part of the fam. Yeah, and more to come. More to come from them. More to come from Precious, Mr. OK Essentials, you know, and yeah, we go do some more collabs, but. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Peace.